All right, we're here with Ozzy in Port Colborne, and we've seen a bunch of comments. Where's Ozzy? Where's Ozzy? You never left.
Yeah.
But because the program evolved into what you were always hoping to do, right? When I met you, you were kind of just new to the area. You needed a place to go. So for all of our new subscribers, go back and check out who Ozzy is. Amazing story of seeing a lot of things that we don't get to see, and you really need to go see those videos to figure out who Ozzy is to kind of go forward with that. But now you run Truth for Teens, and what's that?
OZZY'S Garage.
Yep.
So just quickly, when I was a kid, my dad built hot rods, him and his best friend Myron. And I'm the second oldest boy. My older brother, perfect Phil, wasn't into cars like I was, and it's always been a passion for me. When I went to prison, continued build guards vehicles, and that's a funny story in itself. But when I came out, I wanted to go into schools and talk to kids, and I wanted to. The best thing you can make a young person is resilient, and part of that resilience is having a knowledge base that they can't get from somebody with one more year life experience in them. So I always start my talks with kids, or usually start my talk with kids, as guys like me don't exist. And the reason we don't exist is because if you were a junkie for 20 years and you did 25 years in prison, at the end of that, you're just about living. Where I went, you know what, I'm a survivor and my responsibility is to give back. And because of what happened to me when I was a youth, it's all about youth, right? And so when I was in Fonthill, I would take young guys, and I only had a few at the time, and we'd go out to Dunville once a week to Rich's shop. And then I moved here, and there's a video about this move that talks about me coming here and getting this old building, which was Ricky's old building, and I won't say a last name, but it was quite a different place. And we've been working on it for over a year now, getting it ready for OZZY'S Garage, where we work with young people. So this is safe, right? This is the place where if you're scared, if you're hungry, if somebody's chasing you, if you need to know something, if you want to be around somebody you can talk to, this is the spot, right? The bridge is right there. The kids go swimming over here. There's bars all around. Yep. There's a park over here where guys deal drugs. There's back alleyways, and there's safe, right? And so a lot of the young people is structured, but a lot of it we want to be just drop in. Picnic table, barbecue.
You've grown from a handful of kids to you're
almost
doing...
to a dozen now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's just really structured kids. So there's a couple that are outside of the structure, but a lot of them are 8 or 10 week programs where I'm actually signing off on them at the end of their programs. But if you ever think of a young person who does something wrong, let's say breaks the window of your house and gets caught, and then they're going to do restorative justice because they're a youth, and you shake their head and go, what's happening? Well, a lot of times what's happening is I'm getting them. And so in that case, they are actually having a good talk about what really happened, writing a letter, claiming responsibility for what happened and their understanding of what happened, and actually apologizing to the person. And that's part of the restorative justice. And then on top of that, they get to build something cool, right? And that's the point.
So this was the Corvette that we worked on in our shop with
the red one.
A couple of the kids, and this is exactly how the car is supposed to be, right? Because
this is over a year. Yep. And remember that the journey is the point. Right. Not the finished product. So if you watch any of the car shows on TV, oh, my deadline's tomorrow, it's got to be. That's not. This is the journey is the thing, right? So when this is done, it on Thursdays goes out to the car show, and some of the kids stand around it, and we talk about what we do, right? And so, but the journey is all the guys that were involved in making this, the community being involved, the community's building this. It's not OZZY's spot. It's not, St. James, St. Brendan's spot. It's the community spot, right? And I remember when I got out of jail, I'm 62 years old, right? Kids don't listen to 62-year-old men. They listen to tattooed, scarred up 62-year-old men who did 25 years in the pen. That's what I have to offer, and so that's what we do. So this is where we are so far, and this is all kids that have been doing this. Yeah. Rebuilding, taking apart the engine, putting all new pieces on the engine. The bottom end of the engine was actually fine. Redoing the interior. Dixon Auto Body, his guys did the paint.
So the kids put in all new sound barrier and the carpets in, and it looks a lot better than when I left my place.
Yeah, silver red's a lot nicer.
Nicer
looking. And then this is our upholstery room. It's actually a classroom. This is where we're doing the seats. which is a whole different thing. It's not as mechanical as one of the other things we'll be doing is an old mini bike, mid 60s. It's called a Black Widow. And if you ever go and read my story, it was one of my first mini bikes in the 60s. These were before Honda Mini Trails. And they have a torque converter and a jack shaft. And they can pull a full-size man up a hill. And plus, we'll let the police chase us around down here once we get it running. I'm sure I'll have to pay a couple tickets for that. But I'll meet some nice police officers that way. My friend donated his Harley for us to work on till summer, and then we'll give it back to him. And so the kids just love it. They like the Harley being here. Right? Yeah. Although the Corvette is the coolest thing as far as they're concerned. Yeah. They just love. I don't, like back in my day, there was a thing to these in the 70s, right? You kind of had to have chains around your neck. But they are a cool car. And
there's something about it, just the curves and stuff. They do appeal to a broad spectrum. When you asked me to go pick it up, I'm like, Corvette, I guarantee you the frame's rotten. But actually, it's a good car. The guy took good care of it. We did the brake lines and the floors, and you can check that whole build out. But
when we drove back from Toronto, we forgot to lock because the windows were up and the doors weren't opening good. We lifted that roof panel off to get into the car and move the car in gear, and then put the roof panel back on and put it on the trailer and locked it down and drove back, and on the 401, whoop, there goes the roof panel. So we had to get another.
But a great way to meet another person who ended up getting involved in the whole project.
He actually we did buy floors from him. Yep. And got the panel, but he donated the back bumper, the seat covers, the carpet, some door handles. So he really did step up to the, just because of what we're doing. Yeah. That we're working with youth, right? So it's another guy that I know.
Yeah. Right? So every Thursday here in Port Colborne, there's a car show right outside your door, and this will be there. This
will actually be my car for at least a year. Okay. And so I'll drive around. The kids will know, OZZY'S here, and then we might flog it then and get something else. We really want to do a Harley in here every time, because we want to have this area here where it's couches and more of a seating area.
Right, and that takes up too much room.
This was good. Yep, it's good. It was perfect for, like I say, right?
Says here, I got a Corvette for you. You pick it up. We'll be showing up to a bunch of car shows this year too, on Thursday, and then follow us on Instagram and watch videos to know when we're going to be making it out. I don't think we can make it out every time, but we'll bring the Audi out just for fun and see. One more thing, right? Yeah. But you're okay with people stopping in, helping sand some drywall? And
You can see what we're doing. So.
If you guys want to help out in any way, you can get a hold of Ozzy through Truth for Teens, or you can do debossgarage@gmail.com and we'll set you up. Yeah. But it's just basically just trying to get people out, giving them a safe place to go. Yeah. And if you can help out in any way or want to help out, painting, drywalling. It's come a long way. All the HVAC is in. The fireplace looks fantastic. You've got washer dryer. Bathroom's just about hooked up. So looks fantastic.
We're just down to the last little bit. I really want to be running by spring. Yeah. So in another 6 weeks, I want these walls done and the washroom hooked up. And then we can worry about the old front on this. We need a nice patio to have a barbecue. So a nice awning, we can worry about that. And an eave trough so we don't get rained on when we walk along the side. But it is a nice spot, right?
Thanks, Ozzy.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for... Got to get a Hells Angels juice.